We're here at Laundry Road, Country Road, St. Michael for this edition of Water Wednesdays with the Minister of Energy and Water Resources, Wilfred Abrams, to talk about a program which is really reaping success. It's called the Extended Hours Program, and it seeks to really reduce the loss of non-revenue water in a big way. We're talking about all of those complaints that you may have had about a burst main in your community. Those have simply been reduced to almost zero. To tell us a bit more about this program and how it is working, we have Minister Abrams. Some good news coming as we try to reduce the loss of non-revenue water right across the country.
That's right. This, I think, is the success story of the Barbados Water Authority recently. We had a meeting some time ago in late last year, and there was a concern about the complaints from the public that they were making reports of burst mains and burst pipes, and they weren't being addressed in a timely manner.
Yes.
Some people had instances where they had pipes in their neighborhood that were burst for months, and we took a decision that we need to get rid of these complaints. We needed to institute a program where we found all of the bursts and fixed all of the bursts. And it was a changing experience in the culture of the Barbados Water Authority, because it was not a decision by management, it was not a decision by the board, it was a decision by management, the board, the workers and the union together as one.
Wonderful. And you're talking about there were well over 11,000 complaints. A lot of those were duplicates, so over 6,000 complaints, and the Barbados Water Authority, through this Extended Hours Program, has been able to reduce those number of complaints to zero.
Well, effectively to current. I mean, you're going to get complaints. You can get complaints every single day. What they did is teams went out even before we were able, because you had to compile a lot of equipment and a lot of materials. So we needed to, before we started the program, to ensure we had enough pipe to do the fixes. We needed to ensure we had enough compressors available if we had to rent them. So even while we were putting that together, teams went out in the fields to actually investigate each complaint. So they investigated the complaints. People were seeing lots of paint markings in the road because where they identified where the leaks were. And you had non-revenue teams as well with the headphones and the like metal detector looking thing, trying to pinpoint leaks that were underground.
Right.
So it was one coordinated military strategy type operation. So even before we started the first fix, we were able to quite accurately pinpoint where all of the leaks were, what were the duplicate complaints. And so when we started, as opposed to everybody running around like chickens without heads, people knew exactly where they had to go and what they had to do. And the beauty of it as well is that even if you were operating in an area and there was a report of a leak in the next gap, you didn't have to come back to base and another team go out. So people were fixing nearby reports in the field as well. So the reality is that for anything that we're doing to be successful, the input of the persons in the field is actually essential and needed, because the gentleman behind me know better how to fix a pipe and what is required to fix a pipe than anybody in management or anybody on the board. When we asked for suggestions, these suggestions were forthcoming. There were a lot of suggestions, and we were able to, as an entire unit, take these suggestions, distill them down, and come up with a comprehensive plan to tackle all of the burst mains and all of the burst pipes in Barbados. And it was perhaps the most successful project the Barbados Water Authority has ever done. I just want to say, with respect to the Barbados Water Authority and the ministry, I'm asking Barbados, work with us, because we are working with you.
Minister, you spoke about pitching. Barbadians, you must play your part as well as consumers and as customers. So if you see a burst main in your area, you must call the Barbados Water Authority. You can look at the bottom of our screen for those hotline numbers and report those bursts, and this team, the Extended Work Hours team, will fix them as soon as possible so that we keep those bursts and the repairs of those bursts current, and the complaints that are dealt with current as well. We want to thank you for watching this episode of Water Wednesdays. Thank you, Minister, as well, for coming and sharing the good news with us. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. Go to our Facebook page and you can make your complaints there as well, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You will find us there.
It is